Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat on the way in. My apologies for my tardiness, running around, running errands and whatnot. Okay. Let's address. For those of you that don't know, from my understanding, if I remember correctly, SBE is shame, blame, explain, which some in the Black Manosphere are against, or some associated with the Black Manosphere are against, and Mr. Z is not against it. So, hopefully you guys checked out the thumbnail. Sorry for my background if it's a little loud. I am driving right now. So hopefully you guys checked out the thumbnail. That was a comment left by I don't know if she's a female subscriber of mine or if she just came upon the video because she was listening to me critique Paris Milan. Okay. Let's address this. So what is Mr. Z saying? Mr. Z is saying that this is about the black body before we even get to what these people have done wrong in their life, whatever weirdo comments they have made. And this is why, if you notice, Mr. Z did have critique for Obi, or Toby, better yet, the African brother that was killed by his white girlfriend some months ago. I also had critique about Lauren Smith Fields. I also had critique about Asia Maynard, but I did not celebrate or snicker at their death because it's about the black body and the devaluation of the black body by all people in this society, including other black people. What Miss Paris Milan is engaging in with her elitist ass, and I want to make sure that her subscribers that are coming in to try to defend her understand Paris Milan is an elitist asshole, and she will walk you off the edge of the cliff, pick your pocket, and then watch you fall off into loneliness and antidepressant pills, and she will feel nothing about walking you to that edge of the cliff. I want y'all to understand what type of personality y'all are dealing with. This lady is out here calling black men nakers. The young lady that I'm responding to right now, you said you're in a relationship with a black man. Paris calls black men nakers. All right, cool. And remember, she's supposedly married to a black man also. That's the person you want to come and defend? A person that thinks that there's a difference between her black Nigerian descent husband in this society? A person that calls black men nakers, that doesn't even have any children yet, that could possibly have a son one day, and she's calling black men nakers, a word that came about because of a white racist woman? All right. If y'all are that myopic, y'all deserve what y'all get. Right? If you don't have that vision, you deserve what you get. Right? So continuing. This is about the black body. Right? So what Miss Paris is engaging in is respectability politics in a way that allows people to not feel any sympathy or empathy for the dead, especially those that die heinously. And every time she said that's not what she was engaging in, that's exactly what she was engaging in. And you know it. Now, there was a comment under the comment that I posted as my thumbnail. Okay. Another young lady responds to this young lady saying, I bet you he had nothing to say about Tommy Sotomayor, number one. I used to call into Tommy Sotomayor. I haven't spoken to Tommy Sotomayor in over a decade. You want to know why? Because I actually do have something to say about Tommy Sotomayor and his language. That's why I distance myself from him. Unlike y'all defending Paris. My question is, how far does Paris, Yanni, Chrissy have to go before y'all are like, maybe not? Don't flip that question on the world. How far does he? No. How far does Paris have to go? This is a question that needs to be asked, right? How far does, because remember, Paris didn't used to say nigger. She didn't used to speak about women advocating for aborting black male sons flippantly. I'm not saying she's advocating for aborting black male sons. I'm saying in her beef between her and Cynthia G, and her saying, well, you're not even the one who brought this up. She said it so flippantly, like it was nothing, without even a moment of pause. And from my understanding, doesn't not only is Paris married, doesn't she even have a brother also? And yet she could say that, she could use that terminology so nonchalantly, be so nonchalant about it. And so that's the woman you're entering my comments to defend. A woman that's making hundreds of thousands of dollars off of black women's sadness, loneliness, misery, rage porn, right? Drama porn. That's who you're defending, right? So it is about the black body. Like I said, Paris is engaging in respectability to allow her subscribers to not feel a certain way about a black man's death. And that's okay, except unlike Paris, y'all are interacting with everyday black men every day, and every one of them that got picked off is one less man for you. Oh, I forgot, y'all don't care about average black men. But still, that's one less black man for whoever cares about him, or would have cared about him if he was alive, and who he would have done for if he was alive. Tyree Nichols wasn't a menace to society. Y'all are gonna let Paris and whatever issue she got. And what's even more insidious about Paris is, let's pause on this. Paris might not even have an actual issue. She may not have felt any colorism in her life. She may not have gone through anything about anyone calling her unattractive. She's just creating this content for the money that y'all give her, for the support y'all give her, for the YouTube checks. Y'all want to look Paris in the face and say that don't look like Paris? That don't look like something she would engage in? She already told you. That's why I keep on bringing it up. We live in a capitalist society. Translation, I'm going to do what I got to do for this money, though. And if selling y'all up down the river is what I might have to do, then I'll do it. This lady got beauty product things. She's on her channel now calling black men nakers. And she thinks she's respectable because why? She doesn't use profanity? Are you serious? Right? And the question still remains, how far does Yanni and Paris and Chrissy and all the rest of them have to go before y'all are like, ugh, all right. What do they have to say? What do they have to advocate for or engage in? And don't be whimsical about it, because all that means is that you're a coward. If you're going to say something insane, all that means is that you're a coward and you actually don't think there's anything they can ever say. Right? Paris has gotten a shout out from Rolling Stone. Now, y'all know we live in an anti black society, right? Why would Rolling Stone want to speak to Paris? Any major publication ever wanted to speak to Tommy Sotomayor? Oops, goddamn. Do you even understand what's going on? I think you do, but I think you're gonna ride this off. You know what's very interesting is people play plausible deniability with people that they shouldn't play plausible deniability with. If Rolling Stone is interviewing Paris in this anti-black white supremacist society and allowing her to fashion herself as an advocate for black women, knowing that she spews this type of rhetoric on her channel, why do you think that is? If was it Rolling Stone again, whoever it was that interviewed Lexus Exodus while she was on her campaign to get the documentary taken offline, right? That Tina Knowles created, advocating for black men and black men's lives. If a major publication wants to speak to her, why do you think that is? You know what society we live in. Let me be more blatant for you. White society's putting the thumb on the scales for the black women that sound like this, like Paris. Why do you think that is? Oops. So you think they really care that Paris is advocating for black women, or you think they love that Paris is talking crazy like this about black men? If it's a one-to-ones and everything is even Steven, where are all the major publications to interview the black men you think are toxic? Kevin was popping for over 2 years. Where were all the major publications to interview him? Uh-oh. Tommy Sotomayor has been online for over a decade. Where are all the major publications to interview him? Whoops. We have professors in this space. Where are all the major publications to ask them why they part of the black manosphere? Yikes. And yet Paris is being interviewed. Lexus Exodus is being interviewed. Lexus Exodus hasn't even broken 30,000 subscribers yet. Huh. I wonder why. Why in a white racist society would they want to speak to black women that sound like this about black men? Huh. Questions. Right? And Big Kev says they want to be minstrels without consequences. And thank you for the super chat, Big Kev. Thank you. Right? And yes. So you enter your echo chambers with this type of rhetoric and think that Paris is doing you a solid by saying, no, we just want to know what they said about black women so we can know if we should advocate for another black body. And I'm so glad when people say this, like, so you think the cops were like, oh, let's check his social media, or I'm sorry, y'all engaging in all the African spirituality. I'm sorry. So the Orisha and the African goddesses are over here looking through, oh, wait a minute, yeah, oh, this dude done said colorist stuff about black women. Yeah, his life don't matter. Yeah, you could go ahead and snuff him out. And then they sent that message into the minds of the cops, right? Whether they're white, black, or otherwise, and say, yeah, go ahead and kill him because he done made colorist comments. We don't talk to the Indian karma god, right? We didn't talk to the Hindu karma god. And he said, yeah, go ahead and take him out because he done made some colorist comments in the past on social media when he was 21 and 22 years old type thing. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they said to forget all the stuff that he said recently in his life. You know, the stuff that Paris and her elitist ass said was just social justice warrior talk. Y'all don't see this racist conservative woman in blackface called Paris Milan? Same thing with Chrissy, by the way. Y'all don't see this white racist conservative woman in blackface called Chrissy? Same thing with Real Talk with Yanni, by the way. Y'all don't see this white racist woman, conservative woman in blackface called Real Talk with Yanni? I said this on my video, what was it, last night? On my live last night. Dear brothers in the black manosphere, if y'all want me to speak to these liberal, purple hair, black feminists, and the LGBTQ squad and the intersectional feminist squad, Y'all got to get these conservative black women together too. Right? Paris is letting you know she's an elitist asshole. Chris, that's why I played the clip from Chrissy. She told you straight up, well, you know I don't want to start elitist, but look at the rock on their rings. You mean everyday white women that are college educated now? They're graduating college and they're marrying regular ass white dudes. Meanwhile, most of your subscribers don't got nothing. They don't got no man. They don't got no ring. They're not in a relationship. They're not married. And because the supposed rock on these white women's fingers isn't big enough, who's winning, Chrissy? Whoops. That's what Paris is engaging in. You think Paris really you okay, all right. Slow down, Mr. Z. You think Paris really cared? Or is she just giving y'all the content that she know y'all will support for the money? Paris done married a non-ADOS man on y'all. Yeah, he's black. He's not. She's showing you she don't care about no black nothing. You can't care about black anything and then advocate for black people not to support other black people. It don't work that way. Now she's gonna couch it in the way she did right now. With the no, we just need to know what he said. For what reason? Well, just to, this is why I'm against supporting this type of stuff. By the way, the same thing Chrissy is engaging in. Y'all don't get it yet? Y'all don't get it yet? You have black women turning their nose up at the term SJW, social justice warrior, which came from the white right as a way to mock black people and other people that care about social justice issues. And now black women are using that terminology as a way to disparage other black people, in this case, black women, for supporting black men. Y'all don't get it yet, ladies? Now, are there social justice warriors that are doing way too much? Of course there are. But is that what Paris and Chrissy are speaking about? No. Right? And Detroit says, and thank you for the super chat, Detroit says, the same woman that had a Confederate war cry mask on Dennis Sperling live stream, but they kept quiet on that. Well, that's what Chrissy is trying to distance herself from now. Right? She's still sniping at black men in a particular way while also trying to distance herself from that type of rhetoric. She thinks she can walk that tightrope. I'm not going to let you get off on this, Chrissy. Oh, no, we're going to pin you to them. And you could bring on all the little white dudes, shout out to Zach, wherever you are, to try and be like, you see, I tried to show that I'm not with this, and I brought the white guys in to show that we shouldn't be talking like this. Nope. Because Chrissy smelled it in the air when homeboy got caught up in New York. Chrissy smelled it. The women are talking crazy too. This could happen to me too. Look at what's happened to the black manosphere. They're trying to pin this on the black manosphere. This could happen to me too. This could happen to black women. That's part of this divestment swirler, black women empowerment thing. And all of them try to run. Pierce tried to run. Chrissy tried to run. Yanni tried to run. Oh no, we pinning y'all to that. Don't worry. Some of y'all subscribers are wild enough to write a letter when they're about to do whatever they're going to do and put your name on it. You know they will. We just gonna let Paris be out here calling black men niggers, and then one of our subscribers who said, "I'm not gonna pin her name to it." Oh hell no! This is the same thing we accuse the conservatives of doing. Y'all remember years ago, some dude did some wild stuff. We find out he's a big time Fox News watcher. He was in love with Bill O'Reilly and all type of things. And every time that happened, those conservatives start to do the moonwalk. Oh, that don't got nothing to do with us. Just because these people are off their rocker and they watch us, that don't have nothing to do with us. Yes, it does. Shout out to Candace Owens, white dude halfway around the world walking to a mosque killing people, has your name in his manifesto, and is, oh God, that don't have nothing to do with me. What does a white dude have in New Zealand have in common with a black woman all the way in America? The rhetoric. Huh. And y'all think Paris is just gonna get to walk up out of here talking as crazy as she does? Right? And pretending like she's doing it for the betterment of black women. Oh, I just want y'all to know who supports you and who doesn't. Look at these type of comments. Her lame ass, petty ass. This lady literally came out the mouth and said, y'all support black men just because they're black. That's the woman y'all support. Yes, we support black women because just because they're, it's the black body. It's the black body. And what did Zach tell Chrissy in that interview? Oh yeah, white people, white men don't make a distinction between black women and black men. Whoops. Y'all been trying to do that for centuries, ladies. Go check your history. What they say? Go do your Googles. Black women been trying to separate from black men for centuries. These particular type of black women. Online, they've been trying to do that for over a decade. It ain't worked yet. Zach came through and just crushed that dream. Oh yeah, and this is a maybe a moderate white dude. Straight up told you, yeah, white people don't make a distinction between black women and black men. All of that work y'all been trying to put in, it's never gonna. I told y'all, black men and black women are tied by the hip. There will never be no black women over there and black men over here. It doesn't work that way. But y'all can keep on trying. Let me know how it works in another decade. Let's see. Let's come back in another decade and review it. Well, we're more educated, and we're not the ones committing these crimes, and we're not the ones that. White people don't see it. Asians don't care about it. Latinos are like, eh, whatever. We're too busy practicing colorism over here on our own dark women. Oops. Shame, blame, explain. Emerald Edge. Right, and hopefully y'all can still hear me. I think I might be in a bit of a dead zone right now. Give me 1 second because I am running errands while I am doing this with you guys. Give me 1 second because Mr. Z has to do this thing right now while I am online with you guys. Give me a second, you guys. Y'all talk amongst yourself. Mr. Z will be right back. Pause break. I'm still here, you guys. Give me 1 second. Yesterday I said the the pressure in the walls from the outside have come down. And so black people, if you want to still be black, you're gonna have to fight for it, right? That's what I said. But clearly, white people still won't make the distinction between black women and black men, black LGBTQ and black straight, black whatever. It's all black people. Non-black people just don't make the distinction. They don't care to. No matter how much you try to distance yourself from other black people through class, through income, right? Even through political affiliation, they don't care. You're just one big. All right, technical difficulties. The operator is being an artard. But yeah, how many times do we have to have people say this? In America, you're just one big Negro to these non-black folks, particularly the white folks. You're just one big Negro. And Negro is not the harsh word that I should be using right now either. And yet we have these Paris Milans of the world that think that if I could just throw black men under the bus, get black women to distance themselves from the Tyree Nichols of the world because some colorist comments they made, I don't know, approaching a decade ago, then maybe we could sell out in the sunset away from these nakers, right? And on other channels, they call us what, nogs. These are black women talking about black men because they think they're perceived as different. Ha! Random white dude jumps on Chrissy's live and just says, "Yeah, no, no, we don't. We don't make a distinction. We don't even notice the difference between light skin and dark skin. They're all black. That colorism stuff is for people with some melanin. For white folks, is they're all black. Black is black." Whoops! All that work, Chrissy, Paris, Yanni, Lexus Exis, Mahogany Pink, all that work going back decades, really, really centuries, decades. All that work to distance yourself from black men, to show you're a cut above, you're better, you work harder, you're smarter, and random white dudes coming through all the time. And it's not Zach's not the only one. Random white guys come in all the time. And yeah, what? There's an issue between what did the guy say on FD Signifier's stream or FD Signifier's video about the Black Manosphere when he talks to white people about some of the things that black women say about how much better white men are? They're like, what? What? They think they could just pull us? Open up your options, ladies. Paris is such a liar. Chrissy is such a liar. Yanni is such a liar, et cetera, and the rest of them. This is who y'all come and defend in my comment section? Try again. In my comments, Paris of all people, and then say, I bet y'all don't got nothing to say about Tommy. Most of the brothers in here can't they understand that Tommy was one of the people that started some of this space, but ain't nobody listening to Tommy. First of all, Tommy's channel keep on getting striked every other day. Tommy had to have been through at least 10 channels by now. At least. I know. As a matter of fact, it's more than that. A few dozen, at least. But what's telling and very interesting is whether you realized it or not, you compared Paris Milan to Tommy Sotomayor. Huh. In your attempts to defend Paris Milan, you compared Paris Milan to Tommy Sotomayor, and you don't even realize what you did there. It says a lot. It says a lot. The young lady who responded and said, yeah, I bet you didn't have nothing to say about They didn't have nothing to say about Tommy Sotomayor. You realize you compared Tommy Sotomayor to Paris Milan, right? Huh. Do you realize what you're saying about Paris Milan? Right? And better use is, thank you for the super chat, better use is, why would they though? The women cool, but the men a problem? Who has the kids? Who do they come from? How do you divorce the head and tail of a coin? Exactly. How do you divorce the head and tail of a coin? And these particular type of black women have been trying to do that for forever. Definitely online, loud as hell, and it ain't working. Because y'all are and random. The dude Zach said, yeah, the black manosphere has more sway in the black community, but we can see that in the white community, the white manosphere is gaining steam. Yeah, duh, because white men are dealing with the same thing, Mr. Zach. That's the part that you didn't want to talk about with Chrissy. That there is no escape hatch for black women. Y'all gonna run right out of air quotes Blackistan into Whiteistan, where white men think the same thing about their own women. So what do you think they think about black women? Oops. Yikes. Whoops. Gotta be honest with the ladies. Somebody. That's very unfortunate. So, I just want to come in with the response to the young ladies. Um, yeah, Paris is not the one. I'm sorry, y'all. Paris don't care about none of this stuff y'all think she care about. Oh, she just wants us. What did they say? What the young lady said? What are we supposed to not know about these people past or something along those lines? She said in my comments. Like, no, you can know about their past all you want. Just know that this is about the black body, the black mind, the black spirit. So Chrissy Cacha's respectability, all she wants. Oh, look, he made a colorist comment. Like I said before, black people are born and raised in an anti-black society. Why do black women think they're the ones immune from the anti-blackness while they engage in blackness? You talking crazy anti-blackness, right? And I should have left this up a little bit longer. That's anti-black. That's you being anti-black. I know my apologies. I'm kind of in a weird area right now, so you know. I'm gonna like Okay, my bad, y'all. I knew it was the dead zone. I am good. I think. No, actually, not. It's gonna take a couple minutes. But yeah. So that's what I wanted to stress. I don't know why or where these people get off. Particular women that we're speaking about get off on they are immune from being engaged behavior and rhetoric, and they couch their anti-black behavior and rhetoric on either being victimized by black men, being belittled by black men, right? Trying to support them in their want to be a white woman. I want to be validated by white. I want the rest of the world to see me. I want to separate myself from black men. I want to separate myself from other black people. And by the way, that's what the divestment movement is doing. Shout out to all you black women who claim you got a consciousness, a black consciousness. The divestment movement is slowly going to isolate you to yourself. It is. Let me. I think the best way to say it is, how would an elite racist white man control the black community? You answer that question, you got your answer to the divestment movement. When by the way, in particular towards black women, what would a racist white elite man tell black women that would advance them? And you don't see what Paris is engaging in now. You don't see what Chrissy is engaging in now. You don't see what Yanni's engaging in now. It don't make sense, right? Insulting black women that care about black men under the banner of social justice warrior, speaking in a elitist, classist way, even the black women that even subscribe to these people are just everyday working class black women earning less than $50,000 a year. Black people that grow up in and are in black neighborhoods amongst other black people, including black women and black men. Right? Telling black women not to protest for black men unless they're perfect, right? Telling black women not to even speak up on black women that support black men. Distance yourself from the black community. Distance yourself from these particular light-skinned black women or racially ambiguous black women. This doesn't sound like a horror novel that some white guy wrote. Y'all don't get it yet? You think Paris really cares that much? For other black women she doesn't know? Meanwhile, she brags about how petty she can be when she's going back and forth with Cynthia G or whatever other content creator she's going back and forth with. What makes Paris so insidious is Paris isn't even broken like Cynthia G. She ain't broken like Yanni. She's not broken like Chrissy. She's just a sassy, angry airhead who's gonna make money off of y'all. She's a snake oil, excuse me, snake oil saleswoman that doesn't even believe in her own product. She's just selling it to y'all for the money. Paris Milan has a brother, y'all. Chrissy has a brother, from my understanding, also. Yanni has a brother, also. and they talk like this. You know, Mr. Z got a couple of sisters, right? You want to know why I don't talk crazy? These people got brothers talking crazy. Y'all don't see them for the crazies that they are? I think it's true believers. You calling black men nakers while y'all got brothers. Okay. And you ladies support them and defend them to the point where you come into my comments speaking up on Paris like she care about anything you talking about. Like she wouldn't throw one of y'all under the bus in, I don't know, half a second. If even that long. Why y'all like Paris? Because she start off her streams, hello, sound like a, oh, bro, okay, we're not. And because she doesn't use profanity, and it seems like she's respectable, that's why y'all support Paris. She spews the most vile things in a respectable manner. That's why y'all support Paris, because it sounds nice when she talks crazy. She says the most vile things in a respectable manner, and y'all support her. Is it that easy? Y'all support her to the point where y'all in my comments trying to defend the indefensible. The lady was dancing on Tyree Nichols' grave. You could say she wasn't. You could say, oh, she didn't say something like this or she didn't do that. She was dancing on his grave. It's not that she just wants y'all to know, oh, look at the colorist comments he made like 8-9 years ago. No, she was dancing on his grave. This is a black woman dancing on a black man's grave in a white supremacist society, and you think it's because she cares about you and your sensibilities. Yeah, that's it. Well, on that note, one of the young ladies already told me she's in a relationship with a black man. Cool. Yeah, you continue to consume this type of content. Let me know how that relationship work out. Continue to consume that Paris Milan type, Chrissy type content. You let me know. Yeah, Mr. Z is all about the shame, blame, and explain this morning. Oh yes. Oh yes, we're engaging in that this morning. Oh yeah. The insanity of thinking you can listen to a Paris, and because she doesn't use profanity, and because she tries to do her slime ball things, use her slime ball rhetoric in a cutesy way, then that makes what she's saying less toxic. Right? Pure insanity. So on that note, um, I just want to come to you guys this morning with this. I think, shout out to whoever y'all ladies are. Thank you for at least listening to the previous video. But I mean, if you're gonna listen to Paris and you think she really cares about black women and she's advocating for black women and she just doesn't want black women to go out and protest and march and advocate for black men who doesn't care about black women, then you can go ahead and support Paris. But Paris is so disingenuous that she actually got y'all to think about the tweets that he said 8 and 9 years ago when he was in Sacramento, instead of what he said when he was in the black belt in Tennessee around other black people and got his mind right. She got y'all to really think about not something he said when he was young, but when he things no, excuse me. She got y'all to, yes, things that he thought he said when he was young, and not the things that he said when he was older and more mature and around other black people in significant number. She went so far as to minimize how he was speaking towards the end of his life and call it just social justice warrior talk. Y'all really out here listening to a woman who said, yeah, forget everything he said over the past few years. Let's talk about what he said when he was 21 years old so we can bury him with the insults from what he said when he was 21. Not what he said 3 years ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, 6 months ago. No, what he said when he was 21. And the nerve, oh, Paris, the nerve of a black woman in America to speak about a black man celebrating having a light-skinned baby. The nerve. The nerve. Meanwhile, I go to any hospital in America right now, the first thing grandma want to do is check on the baby's ear color. Oops. The nerve of Paris. Y'all be talking about people real crazy like they don't have family members that are alive, that are on social media. All right. I live in South Florida. I am from Miami-Dade County. I know people could get got. I know they can. Y'all be talking real crazy about people like y'all can't get touched. y'all are insane. All right, Paris. All right. Y'all talking, and you, all right. This is why Chrissy trying to do her little moonwalk dance now. Y'all talk real crazy about people. Even after Asia Maynard passed, I said, hey, ladies, y'all being too loud about this stuff. Y'all are being reckless when Toby passed. Hey, y'all, hey, brothers from the Caribbean, brothers from the continent. I get it. Y'all come to America, y'all, or even if y'all are born and raised in America, your parents tell you to stay away from black Americans. Now y'all looking like this. I give the warnings. You know what Paris does? She dances on graves. Mr. Z give warnings and, hey, y'all be careful with the rhetoric. And Paris dances on graves. Yanni act like she's not doing it and she do it too. All right. All right. It's not smart. What black people are engaging in, because you're not white people, it's not smart. What black people are engaging in, because you feel a certain way that the guy you wanted in high school or in college didn't find you attractive, it's not smart. What black people are engaging in, because you haven't reconciled your blackness in this anti-black society, is not smart. It's not even good for you, let alone for anyone else. What has Paris exactly taught y'all? What has she spoken about that has anything to do with anything going on globally? We are living through a recession that's biting people in the rear end. Has Paris said anything about anything to alleviate the pain, or is she just giving y'all rage porn content for y'all to consume? Paris talk about inflation? Oops. Paris talk about the struggles, how more and more young men are not entering college and university. Have fun with y'all whole swirler and divester dreams and level up dreams with the mythical magical white man who don't got no money either. Oops. Paris talk about any of that? Y'all like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. Has Paris spoken about any of that? The wealth disparity in America, the fact that more and more young people can't buy homes, the decreasing marriage rate, the decreasing birth rate. Has Paris spoken about any of that? Has Yanni spoken about any of that? Has Chrissy spoken about? Well, I've seen Yanni kind of play with it a little bit now recently, still coming to some super weird conclusions, but okay. But Chrissy, nope. Paris, nah. Lexus Exodus, nope. These are the people y'all supporting and follow. All right. Cynthia G, nope. Right? And Karine says they pro black women. Supposedly all these people are in it for the money. They really are pro money. Truly, truly. And shout out to you, Karine. Karine, I had a stream last night. I wanted you to come up, but you probably didn't even know. But they truly are, and that's okay. I know what society we live in. I know how far people have gone for the money. Like we don't even need to pretend. We know, and even as egregious as these women are, they ain't the worst. I understand. The question is, do her subscribers understand what's going on? And how she's going to be straight. She's going to be okay. Paris Milan is going to be okay. Better than okay. The rest of you, on the other hand, oh, whoops. Right? The rest of you, on the other hand, the rest of you ladies, her subscribers, her followers, her listeners, different question. These people are trying to speak about colorism and use supposed colorist black men as a way to say all type of crazy, insane stuff about black men. To belittle black men, to insult black men, to dance on black men's graves when they pass. Meanwhile, outside of maybe white folks, name me the group of people that ain't colorists, worse than black people in America. Who? The Latinos? Oops. Asians, East or South Asians, or Southeast Asians? Nope. Who? Continental Africans? Nope. People in the Caribbean? Yikes. Whether they be black or Indian or white. Actually, white Latinos are colorists as hell too. So yikes. Mulatto, mestizo, colorist. Oops. and colorists worse than black people in America. And from black women of all people to be speaking about colorism coming from black men. Meanwhile, colorism from black women, right? So, once again, I had to come to you guys with this because the young lady in my comments, and I was okay. I'm perfectly okay with being SBE this morning. So be it. Um, you know, it's no ill will to that young lady either, or the young lady that commented under that. The ill will though is with Paris. Oh, like I said on Art New Style stream, F Paris forever because of what she's engaging in. What she's engaging in is super dangerous. And since Mr. Z was a little child, what always annoyed me is people that do that and then they just get to live comfortable. They get to like Bill O'Reilly, right? Like Tucker Carlson. They just like you just get to see them like live super straight. These people get to talk insane, get people whipped up in a frenzy, get people go in. People are listening to these people and they get to live comfortable, cush lives while spewing some of the most vile rhetoric about other human beings ever. So Paris found her niche. She came in through Boyce Watkins. Boyce Watkins put her on. But then when that anti-black male misandry money showed up, oh, she found her lane and she's in it now. To the point where I truly believe, to a certain extent, Paris believes what she's saying. Not all the way though. Right? Not all the way though. She's selling a product I think she truly doesn't fully believe in. But if that's where the money is and that's where the support from other black women is, so be it. And Indigo Flow says, so we can be aware, girl, please. Exactly. The excuses. And Karina's right. Karina said we have to be careful because that sounds like censorship. And I'm not about censoring these people. Let me flip this around. Actually, what Indigo Flow said, so we can be aware. Okay, Kareem. I'm saying this so people could be aware of what Paris is engaging in and what Chrissy is engaging in. And Mr. Z is all about telling people, hey, if you continue on this road, you're gonna fall off the edge of that cliff, though, right? All right. The edge of the cliff is like, you know, 40 feet away. You realize you backsliding, right? Okay, all right, cool, all right. Oh, so you're just gonna follow that person to the edge of the? All right, all right, all right. You know, that person got all type of ways to save them from falling off. You're just gonna follow them though. They're not gonna save you when you fall off. You know that, right? Okay, all right, all right, all right. And there you go. But I agree with you, Kareen. I'm not about censoring these people, right? so we could be aware. Maybe this is just a difference between common man speak and common women speak, where it's like, I can't admit that I get off on listening to Paris talk this crazy, and I get off on listening to her dance on y'all grave and make mock y'all and make fun of y'all. So I'm just gonna say that I listen to her so that I can be aware of the colorist men, so I could remove my support or pull my support, right? Because that's what Paris was advocating for. Don't do essentially, and this is her guilty until proven innocent, right? This is what Paris was engaging in. Don't support any of these men until we do the background check of them online and see whether they made colorist comments. This is Paris. So when these ladies say, so we can be aware, air quotes, aware, and even if you were aware, you don't realize how not advocating for Tyree Nichols, you don't see how this respectability will slowly erode black people from supporting black people altogether? In this society, you think you can afford that in this society? Right? I mean, what country y'all forgot what country y'all live in? We've had the damn near perfect victims of white supremacy, and it didn't matter. It didn't matter. Paris just need to come up the middle and say, he's a black man, we ain't supporting, period. Stop being a coward, Paris, and just come up the middle and say, he's a black man, we don't support black men over here. I said black women empowerment, that's what I meant. So we can be aware, right? What does that even mean? Right? Y'all give me a second. Yawn. So we could be aware. Uh so if this is the excuses that you need to not support a black man, then you are also a coward. Let's call this thing a thing. Oh, wait, Mr. Z calls women cowards too. Why do black men or men in general have to be the one that's always on some rah rah rah? Nope, nope, nope. I'm about calling women cowards too. So you're a coward also. You look for the person who gives you a reason to not do or say the things you ain't want to do or say anyway. That's cool. But just come up the middle and say it. I ain't like that dude anyway. He looked like one of them skater ass black dudes that thought they were better than us. And he grew up in Sacramento. I'm pretty sure that's the type of guy he was. Oh, Paris found some stuff, or other black women found some stuff he said 8 years ago. Fine. Finally, I could justify why I didn't want to support this anyway. Oh, you think Mr. Z ain't know what was going through your mind? What, I ain't grow up with black women? I know what this is. And Karine says, did y'all see Kamala Harris hubby or Kamala hubby kissing Joe Biden on the lips? WTF is that? And we don't know how those people get down on that level. What, does Joe Biden look like he's doing anything? Kareem, you gotta get me in trouble. Let me don't even go on that lane. Let me don't even go in that lane. Does Joe Biden look like he's satisfying any scratch right now? Spain man, exactly. So we can be aware equals so I can whip you, excuse me. So we can be aware equals so I can whip you into a sky is falling anti-black male frenzy or anti-black man frenzy. Exactly. Karine, even with the strongest one ever in the world. Karine said Viagra. The strongest Viagra still won't fix this. Dude is barely holding on. Dude is barely holding on. Straight zombie. Viagra won't fix that. Technical difficulties. Messed around and pressed the wrong button on my phone. Okay. And now it's freezing. Of course it is. All right, you guys, I am back. I'm technical difficulties. No, I messed around and swiped on my phone, and then it brought me somewhere else, and then I'm trying to get back, and my phone starts freezing, and yeah, it's time to upgrade, Mr. Z. It is. It is. Right. I'm still here. What's going on, Art New Style? I didn't know you were listening in. What's up, Art? What's up, 18th letter? 18th letter. Sorry about that. Yeah, right. So, and there we go. So there we go. Yeah, technical difficulties. My apologies, everybody. Okay, and Big Kev said, I'm not against community unity, just pretense. And yeah, these people, I mean, they're fronting. They're not really about it. They're really not, and we all know. We all know they're not about it. We know, right? There's no hesitation on critiquing black men harshly, critiquing, air quotes, critiquing. You could tell, listen to how they speak. There's no, I don't know if I want to say that. They don't cringe when certain people say certain things, right? They'll read a comment online and they'll snicker about it. There's no, I don't know about that. You have heard Mr. Z say, yeah, I feel you. I'm not reading that out loud, right? These people don't engage in that because they really, shit. For Paris, it's, well, I'm making money off of this, so screw it. And for the rest of them, they don't have anything that'll kind of slow them down. And you know what? I'm not going to say that. There's consequences to saying that. I don't believe that. I'm not advocating for that. They don't have any of that. There's nothing holding them back. These are the people that claim to have some type of morality. Where? Meanwhile, they talking about Tyree Nichols and his supposed colorist comments, and you could see with them, there's nothing. Oh, I forgot. Paris doesn't actually use profanity. Okay, right. It really is Team Sam. Well, you remember, there's no more notes. And Indigo Flow says hashtag Team Samsung note. Yeah, there's there. That's it. There now they have like the ultras, I guess, are the new notes. So the S22 Ultra type thing, right? Somewhere out there are all the Apple guys like Apple, right? Somewhere out there is the Mac guys. And on that note, let's close it on out. So came to you with this morning because I really wanted to address some of this rhetoric, um, love, peace, and chicken grease. Um, to whoever you ladies are, y'all could subscribe, right? Subscribe, and y'all will see why Mr. Z has a problem with these particular type of content creators and why I spend so much time speaking about them and focused on them, right? It's because of their influence. It's because of actually women like you who think that what Paris is doing is harmless. What she's engaging in is harmless. That's a problem, right? Meanwhile, she gets to sell out in the sunset. Women like you have legitimized Paris Milan to the point where Rolling Stone speaks to her, and you don't see how that's a problem. Alrighty then, right? And on that note, love, peace, and chicken grease. You see how I even end up my streams? Um, I'll pause right there. Y'all go check out other Black Manosphere content, other non-Manosphere content, so y'all don't sound like these young ladies who are still talking about Tommy Sotomayor. Tommy Sotomayor. Who here talks about Tommy Sotomayor? Y'all are so out of touch. Pause, Mr. Z. Okay, y'all still talking about Tommy Sotomayor. Y'all still trying to hang us with Tommy Sotomayor, right? That's how out of touch y'all are with where the Black Manosphere is and who we legitimize in this space currently. That lets you know how out of touch y'all are. right? That's insane. That lets you know how out of touch y'all are. Number one. Number two, it also lets you know how much you're missing in the conversation when you use the type of rhetoric you use. The we just want to be aware. I don't know if you think you're talking to white people who don't know black women, but yeah, black men don't believe you. And it's okay. I mean, like you said, you have a black spouse. Cool. Yeah. Put money he wouldn't believe that. Show him the comment and see if he believes you. He's gonna say he does. Look at his face. You know him. You know he don't believe you. Show it to if you have a brother, show it to your brother, see if he believes you. You know his face. You know he don't believe you. Spain man, bro. Don't even engage. It's just the rhetoric. It's just the rhetoric. They don't they don't care. They just y'all hate black women, so now I get to dance on your grave if you die by the hands of the state heinously. Meanwhile, black men out here talking about how gorgeous Lupita is. Man, these people are the worst. Oh, that goes back to what I was saying, just out of touch, just spewing their nonsense. We don't have to stand up for you. We don't have to march for you. Y'all hate us. Meanwhile, in the next room are black men talking about how gorgeous Lupita is, how gorgeous Kelly Rowland is, drooling over black women who wouldn't pass a brown paper bag test. Meanwhile, they calling black men all type of colorists. If y'all don't get y'all loser selves out of here, no, you're insecure about the way you look, lady. You have a problem with your skin tone. We got Dr. Ron O'Neill taking himself to the blackest, darkest parts of Africa. And when you see him smiling and talking to the ladies, it's dark skinned black women. Most of our passport bros are going to places with black people. Brazil, black people. Dominican Republic, black people. Africa, a whole continent full of black people. They're not going to Europe because we don't want white women. If we wanted entitled white women, we would stay in America. These insecure losers think, no, don't project your self-hate on us. You got black men having we over here having real funny debates about who we find more attractive, Kelly Rowland or Beyonce. It's not no everybody in unison Beyonce. Oh, y'all are colorists. Yeah, that's it. Lupita got kinky hair and she's dark skinned as all get out. And more than half the dudes in the black manosphere drool over her. And colorism where? Texturism where? One of the most attractive women I've ever seen. I'm sitting down talking to my sister. She's watching some thing about modeling or dressing or whatever the hell. And they went to was it Nigeria? They went to one of the African countries, and it was this tall, fine, dark skinned sister with a fade, a box fade, and she was fine as hell. One or two black male celebrities got them a light skinned black woman. One or two black male celebrities make a colorist comment, and now all black women know. Y'all problem is the dudes y'all want to legitimize y'all don't. And so now y'all say all black men got an issue. No. loser talk. And you could stop projecting your loser talk on other black men. Y'all are colorists. No, you're just an insecure, angry, bitter person who listens to other people online who make it even worse, who give you even more rage porn content to consume. The Chrissies, the Paris, the Yannis. Black men hate dark skinned black women so much, and yet we still got dark skinned babies being born every day because somebody loves dark skinned black women. So on that note, I truly want to pause right here. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Y'all don't worry about these losers. I say that meanwhile, like more than half my channel is dedicated to rebuking all of their foolishness. I use the word rebuking for a reason. I rebuke thee. Right? Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. And I just remember the video, the episode he did with the swirler who just tried to throw the white man in his face. Y'all chose the wrong people. Y'all chose the wrong one. Anyway, okay, so on that excuse me, love, peace, and chicken grease. I will pause right here. Y'all have a great rest of y'all day. Go check out other Black Manosphere content. I think Roger's on right now, and then go check out other non-Manosphere content so y'all don't sound like these people who don't know what's going on in the world, don't care what's going on in the world, and even if they do know and do care, they're not actually connecting the dots to see how it affects them in their life and black men, but whimsically ignorant people, or just people that don't know how like social math works, and so they're in my comments talking crazy. Anyway, y'all have a great rest of y'all day, and Mr. Z out. All right, everyone.